Here. Swerving east from rich industrial shadows and traffic all night north, swerving through fields too thin and thistled to be called meadows, and now and then a harsh-named halt that shields workmen at dawn, swerving to solitude of skies and scarecrows, haystacks, hares and pheasants, and the widening river's slow presence, the piled gold clouds, the shining gull-marked mud, gathers to the surprise of a large town. Here domes and statues, spires and cranes cluster beside grain-scattered streets, barge-crowded water, and residents from raw estates brought down the dead straight miles by stealing flat-faced trolleys, push through plate glass swing doors to their desires. Cheap suits, red kitchenware, sharp shoes, iced lollies, electric mixers, toasters, washers, dryers. A cut-price crowd, urban yet simple, dwelling where only salesmen and relations come, within a terminate and fishy-smelling pastoral of ships-up streets, the slave museum, tattoo shops, consulates, grim, head-scarved wives. And out beyond its mortgaged half-built edges, fast-shadowed wheat fields running high as hedges, isolate villages, where removed lives, loneliness clarifies. Here silence stands like heat. Here leaves unnoticed thicken, hidden weeds flower, neglected waters quicken, luminously peopled air ascends. And past the poppies' bluish neutral distance ends the land suddenly beyond a beach of shapes and shingle. Here is unfenced existence, facing the sun, untalkative, out of reach. Mr. Bleaney. This was Mr. Bleaney's room. He stayed the whole time he was at the bodies, till they moved him. Flowered curtains, thin and frayed, fall to within 5 inches of the sill, whose window shows a strip of building land, tussocky, littered. Mr. Bleaney took my bit of garden properly in hand. Bed, upright chair, 60-watt bulb, no hook behind the door, no room for books or bags. I'll take it. So it happens that I lie where Mr. Bleaney lay, and stub my fags on the same saucer souvenir, and try stuffing my ears with cotton wool to drown the jabbering set he egged her on to buy. I know his habits, what time he came down, his preference for sauce to gravy, why he kept on plugging at the 4 aways. Likewise their yearly frame, the Frinton folk who put him up for summer holidays, and Christmas at his sister's house in Stoke. But if he stood and watched the frigid wind tousling the clouds, lay on the fusty bed telling himself that this was home, and grinned and shivered without shaking off the dread that how we live measures our own nature, and at his age having no more to show than one hired box should make him pretty sure he warranted no better, I don't know. Nothing to be said. For nations vague as weed, for nomads among stones, small-statured, cross-faced tribes, and cobble-close families in mill towns on dark mornings, life is slow dying. So are there separate ways of building, benediction, measuring love and money, ways of slow dying. The day spent hunting pig or holding a garden party, hours giving evidence or birth, advance on death equally slowly. And saying so to some means nothing. Others it leaves nothing to be said. Love songs in age. She kept her songs, they took so little space, the covers pleased her. One bleached from lying in a sunny place, one marked in circles by a vase of water, one mended when a tidy fit had seized her and coloured by her daughter. So they had waited, till in widowhood she found them, looking for something else, and stood relearning how each frank submissive chord had ushered in word after sprawling hyphenated word, and the unfailing sense of being young spread out like a spring-woken tree, wherein that hidden freshness sung, that certainty of time laid up in store, as when she played them first. But even more, the glare of that much-mentioned brilliance, love, broke out, to show its bright incipience sailing above, still promising to solve and satisfy, and set unchangeably in order. So to pile them back, to cry, was hard, without lamely admitting how it had not done so then, and could not now. Naturally, the foundation will bear your expenses. Hurrying to catch my comet one dark November day, which soon would snatch me from it to the sunshine of Bombay, I pondered pages Berkeley, not 3 weeks since, had heard, perceiving Chatto darkly through the mirror of the third. Crowds, colourless and careworn, had made my taxi late, yet not till I was airborne did I recall the date, that day when Queen and Minister and band of guards and all still act their solemn, sinister wreath rubbish in Whitehall. It used to make me throw up, these mawkish nursery games. Oh, when will England grow up? But I outsaw the Thames and dwindle off down Auster to greet Professor Lal. He once met Morgan Forster, my contact and my pal. Essential beauty. In frames as large as rooms that face all ways and block the ends of streets with giant loaves, screen graves with custard, cover slums with praise of motor oil and cuts of salmon, shine perpetually these sharply pictured groves of how life should be. High above the gutter, a silver knife sinks into golden butter. A glass of milk stands in a meadow, and well-balanced families in fine midsummer weather owe their smiles, their cars, even their youth to that small cube each hand stretches towards. These, and the deep armchairs aligned to cups at bedtime, radiant bars, gas or electric, quarter-profile cats by slippers on warm mats, reflect none of the rained-on streets and squares they dominate outdoors. Rather, they rise serenely to proclaim pure crust, pure foam, pure coldness to our live, imperfect eyes that stare beyond this world where nothing's made as new or washed quite clean, seeking the home all such inhabit. There, dark-raftered pubs are filled with white-clothed ones from tennis clubs, and the boy, puking his heart out in the gents, just missed them, as the pensioner paid a halfpenny more for Granny Graveclothes tea to taste old age, and dying smokers sense, walking towards them through some dappled park as if on water, that unfocused she no match lit up, nor drag ever brought near, who now stands newly clear, smiling and recognizing, and going dark. Send no money. Standing under the fobbed, impendent belly of time, tell me the truth, I said, teach me the way things go. All the other lads there were itching to have a bash, but I thought wanting unfair. It and finding out clash. So he patted my head, booming, "Boy, there's no green in your eye. Sit here and watch the hail of occurrence clobber life out to a shape no one sees. Dare you look at that straight?" "Oh, thank you," I said. "Oh, yes, please," and sat down to wait. Half life is over now, and I meet full face on dark mornings the bestial visor, bent in by the blows of what happened to happen. What does it prove? Sod all. In this way I spent youth, tracing the trite, untransferable truss advertisement, truth.